call the Board of Assessment hearing to order. Members present are Shirley Taylor, Craig Becker, and William Lewis. We're going to be conducting, let's see, 6 conference call hearings and 1 in person tonight. Okay, 6:14. Of 6:35 is our 6:15. I'm sorry, 6:15 is our first, and that's been canceled. So if you want, we can call early. The first one, the 68 Middle Beach Road has been canceled for a later date. He requested a new appointment. So the first one will be Alphonse Balzano, 25 Parker Avenue. So what's your pleasure? Do you want to call earlier, or do you want to wait for? Yeah. Yeah. Oh, good. Yeah, I mean, we could certainly wait a few minutes because this call, because the first one was canceled, wasn't scheduled till 6:35. It's 6:15 now.
We'd like to try again.
Yes, he didn't. The only thing he submitted was his opinion so far. He thinks it's worth 980. Yeah, it doesn't give it the date. It's interesting. A few ways up north, right?
According to the SA, where it's worried about that, it's south of Route 1. Is Y here? Or did I say it?
Oh, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
So if
because
it's a number, it's north.
they're numbered
Whether
north.
it's
Correct. Yeah, it was fairly new house. It was built all that. Mhm. Oh, yeah, the property location is 25 Parker Avenue. That's right next to the hotel. Okay.
What date are we looking at? October 31st, which year? 2017?
Yeah, it's 17 to 18.
Okay.
Right. Anything to sell on Country, not Countryway, Parker Ave? That's why when I saw that Countryway, he is up north. That's his address, but the house.
Yeah, the house is in the.
We're looking at this here, sales listing review. I
Mhm.
think we should ask him if he had it on the market and what it was listed for.
Okay. They're pretty big.
Yeah, this is in 2016.
Right.
Yeah. Because I wonder if he's tried to, he was trying to sell it.
I don't know, you did some more on it. Oh, that's 13. That would have, well. And sales listing. Hmm,
So it's just the first time.
yeah. Good one.
Okay, I don't see any sales on corporate.
Looking at like this year's budget's going up 3%. Just on,
Is that right?
or the proposed.
When did they decide that?
That's coming up. It's been through the Board of Finance, go back to the selectmen and the Board of Ed. It's gonna be right next to the hotel.
Yeah.
It has beach rights too.
Yeah. Well, I sales. Someone.
Yep.
Might as well start, huh? There's two phone numbers.
Hello.
Hi, is this Alphonse Balzano?
Yes, it is.
It's Bill Lewis calling from the Board of Assessment Appeals.
How are you, Bill?
Not too bad. And the board members present are Shirley Taylor, Craig Becker, and myself, Bill Lewis. And is anybody besides yourself going to testify?
Nope, just myself.
No, just yourself. Okay, so before we start, we're just going to take an oath, and everything tonight is going to be recorded.
Okay, that's fine.
Do you solemnly swear or solemnly and sincerely affirm, as the case may be, that the evidence you shall give concerning this case shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God, or upon penalty of perjury?
Yes, I do.
Okay. Now we can start. And if you want to give us your case.
Yeah, I mean, I am appealing the taxes for the main reason is that my home is one house off of the beach. But we have some water use that only from the third floor, and it's from the third floor.
Okay.
So the house itself is FEMA compliant, so we don't have a usable first floor.
Right.
Okay, which I think is a bigger disadvantage. In fact, I had the house on the market for pretty much what we paid for it, and I could not sell it in this hot market, which is probably the hottest market that Madison has seen in years.
And when you had it listed,
Yes, we did.
when was that?
That was just recently.
Okay.
I think it came out the most maybe 3 weeks. Maybe 4, I don't know, something like that. But in this hot market, we were unable to really get our money back from what we paid in 2000, and I think it was 16, if I'm not mistaken.
Mr.
it was on the market for approximately, I think in all, it went in, it was on, then it went off, then it went on, I think approximately a year. And the list price was 1.375, I believe. I'm sorry, 1.4, but that included a separate purchase, a separate lot, which I purchased across the street from the house, which is 24 Parker.
So you
And
saw,
I paid $65,000 for that lot from Mr. Duquesne.
Tommy, did you get any offers?
No.
So you paid 1.3 and then you paid another 65 for it.
For the lot next door, across the street, yep.
And it's a contiguous piece now? Did you just add it to yours or that's a separate?
No, we didn't, but we're selling it all as one.
Okay,
Because I think that the people in the house should have, more of a yard. Not a big property, 0.21 acres.
Mhm.
If you look at comparison, the property in front of me, which is on the water, okay, and has much better views. They're paying their assessed value, or appraised value is $1 million, and their assessed value is $700,000.
What's the address on that one?
27 Parker Lane. And that is small, 1,920 square feet. But they have first floor living, they don't have to go upstairs. I don't have an elevator. So what turned a lot of people away from my house is that you have to walk upstairs. So anybody that's elderly doesn't want to buy that house because the first floor is unusable because it's FEMA compliant, the breakaway wall, and you have to walk up to your main level.
Right.
And then you got to walk up another stair to get to the third floor level.
So is that first?
Yeah, basically storage space. And like if we have a party, we'll put some tables in there and have people come in and like eat off a buffet in there. You know what I mean?
Mhm. Well, the good part of it is you can get insurance and it won't wash away.
That's correct. That is the good thing. And if you look at 25 Parker Lane, right?
Yeah,
That's a house that is very similar to mine in size. 5,000 gross, mine is 53. It's 2,600 living, mine 31, and that's right on the water. He's got beautiful land. He's got 0.36 acres, so he's got 0.15 acres more than I have, and he's on the ocean, and his assessed value is 1.2.
is that a FEMA house or no?
No,
No. Okay.
no, he has first floor living. He has a porch,
Mhm.
and he's got much larger space, yard than I have.
Does anybody else have any questions?
The other one I wanted to point out was the Rosenbaum house, which is 23 Parker Lane,
Okay,
which is the same land as mine, 0.21 acres, same land.
yeah,
8,500 gross and 4,612 living. So over 1,500 feet, 1,500 feet larger than my house as far as living space. Right on the water, 3 doors down from the beach club.
okay.
Okay, and on the same side of the land,
Mhm.
and their assessment's 1.5.
Now, I just want to clarify, you say there's a place and then there's a set.
Right, I'm talking about assessed.
Something like this, a little bit different.
Yeah, the assessed is 70%.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that has an elevator as well. So not only does that have first floor living, an elevator, almost twice the size of gross living area, and 1,500 square feet more than my house, and it's on the ocean.
Now, what year was that house built?
That, I don't have that document. I don't have that.
Okay, we'll,
It looks like it was redone all over. I mean, it's gorgeous. It looks like it's pretty much the same age, maybe a little older. I don't know. But it's
I
really
just,
nice house.
I just want to tell you that Lynn Hubbard has joined us. He's a
Hi,
board,
man.
he's a board member.
This is Lynn.
How you doing?
Mr. Balzano, Frank Becker.
Yeah.
So this property is speaking about, to be assessed value of 1.5, is that right?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's roughly almost your assessment.
No, my assessed value is 874.
Right. And they're 1.5.
Right. Mine would be 8.74. 1.74 if you doubled it.
Okay.
Actually, 1.75, 175.
Yeah.
But it's on the ocean. It's on the water. I mean, I don't, you know, I'm lucky if I could see the water from two of my windows at certain angles. You know, I'm a house off the beach, and I'm 3,100 square feet.
Where are your beach rights?
My beach rights are approximately 8 feet wide,
Okay,
so I can go down the stairs, and I have a width of about, I don't know, 8 to 10 feet,
mhm,
where I could put a blanket, and quite frankly, the neighbors are not, you know, they get upset if you go on their property.
mhm. Well, with the taxes you pay down there, I don't blame them.
Mr.
Yeah.
Mr. Balzano, this is Shirley Henry. Could you tell us how did you see the house before? Could you,
Yeah, about maybe 2 years ago, but it was on a different property.
okay. Remember the name of that, okay.
Yeah, I had a house on Country Way, and I did an appeal there, and we sold that house, moved into a different house.
Okay, Lynn, do you have any questions?
How long have you lived in this home?
We bought it in 16.
I think you.
And it's a FEMA home.
Yeah, it
Right.
is FEMA compliant. It was built, I think the people who did it in 2011.
Mhm.
They have finished it in 2012. But it's a big disadvantage not having the first floor.
Mhm.
And that's what my realtor said. She said everybody that comes in, you don't have an elevator. And you know, people that are older, you know, they're worried about, you know, going up the stairs all the time just to get to the main level. And listen, I know it's below Route 1, and I know that is a premium, and I'm totally okay with that. But I don't feel like just because I'm closer to the water, I have rights to go on a 8 by whatever the high tide, low tide is. Sometimes it's only 4 feet, 5 feet when it's high tide. Now when it's low tide, I can walk out. But to me, it just seems like $25,000 a year is a lot for 3,000 square foot home that you get to live on the second and third floor, and you get very minimal, even water views. And the house in front of me is paying 700,000. I'm sorry, is assessed at 700,000, and basically not blocks my view, it's there, and I'm not saying it blocks it, but it's just because of its positioning, yeah, it blocks it. You know, I don't have views of the water. If it wasn't there, I'd do waterfront, then I wouldn't have any problem paying.
Okay,
But that's about it, you know. I mean, I've been paying this since 16, and even the reason I appealed it is because people, I have friends, and they're like, you know, and I tell them, oh yeah, I'm paying 25,000. You're crazy, you're nuts. You're not on the water. I'm like, yeah, maybe I should file an appeal. You know.
Okay.
But I think that the fact that I couldn't sell it in this market is a testament to the fact that I overpaid. I'm not saying I overpaid. I guess I did overpay. But I don't think the property is worth, you know. For example, 27 Parker Ave, right next to me,
Mhm.
that's assessed that's underwater, and it's assessed at $2 million. Appraised at $2 million. And the person purchased that in 2010 for 2.7.
Okay.
I have some questions. Are you considering property?
Well, no, I don't know at this point. I figured if you can't sell it in this market, it's probably not going to be worth it. And I don't want to lose money if I don't have to.
Are there any more questions? Then, yeah, no. All right, well, I thank you. You gave us
Yeah.
all this
And,
information. We're gonna look
and
at.
the other thing is the garage
Mhm.
is it says 2 cars,
Yeah,
but it's almost impossible to fit 2 cars in there. And we have 3 bikes that we have on the side of our garage, you know,
Mhm.
inside.
yeah,
And because of the bikes, you can't fit 2, you know, unless you have 2 little maybe Fiats. You
Mhm.
can't fit 2 average sized cars in the garage. So
Okay.
it says 2 cars, but it's really like my wife parks in there. I can't put my car in there.
Mhm.
And even if the bikes weren't there, I'd have to be careful opening the door to get out. You know, not to hit it. So that's my only, you know.
Yeah, what's it?
I bought the house. I made the decision. I you know, I'm not saying, you know, sometimes you make good decisions, sometimes you make bad decisions. But,
Well,
you know,
a FEMA house,
right?
there's definitely great value to having a FEMA house when a storm comes by.
Oh yeah, no question. No question. And that's one of the reasons that we bought it. But we're younger, you know. I was 50 when I bought it, and I'm not thinking of it. But then you have to realize a lot of people, they think about their family coming over, you know, before they buy a house. You know, their mother has to walk up the stairs just to get to the kitchen,
Mhm.
stuff like that. So that tends to hurt us.
Okay.
But that's it, Bill. I appreciate your time, everyone.
Okay.
Is Ian Taylor still on the board?
No, no,
He's not.
no.
Okay, he used to be an old neighbor.
Yeah, that guy, he was with us for a year.
Yeah.
And moved on.
Okay. Well, I know he's busy. He's a busy person.
Yes.
All right. Well, thanks for your effort.
Okay.
And are there any other questions that anyone has of me?
No, thank you.
Okay. All right. You guys have a great night.
You too.
All right. Stay safe. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Yeah.
It was built in 2011 when every other home in that vicinity on Parker and Hampton, except for one, was built in the early 1900s. There was one that was built in 1998. All the others are so.
And this is FEMA construction, so he can get insurance and,
Yes,
um,
and it is in the it is, and there are water views, there are water views.
Yeah, he said something.
And also from plus you do have which you've got a landscape.
Yeah.
And lots of pictures showing the views,
Okay.
featuring the views from this house. He did not receive the same offer. And the value of the here is really what we're looking for, but he said it's not. Yeah, and he had listed for the house. He had two, he had listed twice in the
He-
last couple of years. One first time for 1.47.
Yeah.
Second time for 1.425.
He added a lot to it. He bought the lot next to him.
Yeah,
23 Parker. Yeah.
And it's nice, and the price, you know, a lot of times, you don't know if you just have to stay long.
Yeah.
Did he, the improvements with the
Yeah, well,
20,
yeah. That sounds like the basement where
or
he
is
said
that the date?
he
What
has,
is the difference between the, there's a date on the road?
There is,
There's like
there is one thing.
the garage is 20 by 25. I'm sorry if they put bicycles in it, but that's a garage. At any rate,
It's listed with the two cars garage.
yeah.
Or was it? Or like it was sold with the two cars garage.
Well, he wished it was bigger, I guess. Uh,
just let us see.
Nope. He just shot off the neighbor's house, but I think you've answered that.
Which neighbor was that? Which number?
24 Parker?
Sounds like it's- I don't see it down.
He's buying the 2017 and 2012 property.
Yeah.
That's what,
And there's a great premium for having a FEMA house. They cost you a hell of a lot more than Bill.
I know, you mean, it sounds. Yeah, I mean, if I was buying. Would be about the time.
You know, you got the hurricane windows. You got the-
So for these two Parkers, so recently, that's kind of the same. They're would be a little less value because they're closer to the hotel. There's a house between them and the hotel. So it's gonna be louder, but situated the same geographical position as our subject. Let's see, that one sold. I've got a sale in 2015. Yeah, because outside the sale. Right. So I'm just trying to see how reasonable.
There's a lot, approximately the same when,
This one is 0.15.
oh. Oh, and what's the lot value of that appraised?
Uh, Land value, assess, I don't have a price value, I have an assessed value here.
Okay,
It doesn't give me a price format.
okay,
Assessed value is 500, 1.15.
exactly the same. Okay,
So, yeah.
excuse me for 1 second. We have a in-person hearing, and I'm going to meet the person and go through. Yeah.
Oh, one thing that was suggested is that on Zoom, we are shown as Board of One, and we should fix that. So it says Board of Assistants. So. Okay. Are either of you familiar with how to change settings on, oh, you, Craig. Who am I asking? You, of course. Okay, so there is somehow in our name, we are showing word of blank.
Okay.
So I thought maybe if we make that full screen, or what do you think?
Why do I have no?
Yeah,
Is it-
you got a
sometimes it-
yellow light. Does that mean it's not working?
Yeah, the touchpad's turned off for some reason.
We are showing board of blank. So it suggested that we correct for put in board of assessment skills, because it just said board of blank.
Oh, okay. What did it go on?
The touchpad's shut off. There's a button here somewhere. I just can't find it. No.
Not one of those. prompts you just click down.
No, I don't think so. I don't like HP. Yeah,
Yeah.
not responding. So I'm guessing somebody hit a
I
key.
just got it on the work, but I'm still getting used to it.
If you had a mouse, I could just plug it in.
Oh, there's that.
Yeah, but you can't get there. Yeah, that's the problem. Sorry, everyone who's watching. Oh, I got it. We can use this. All right. Oh, come on. Anybody know the password? It appears I need it to enable the touchpad. Does Bill know it?
Yeah,
Zoom issue.
we are being recorded.
That's a first, right?
Oh, yeah, this is all.
How are you?
How are you?
Other than bored, pretty good.
Yeah.
This is Shirley Taylor. That's Lynn Norbert, and this is Craig Becker.
Oops. So the touchpad's disabled? It's connected right now, yes.
Okay.
All I need is I need an admin password. Okay, I can leave it on. We'll just leave it. Yeah. All right. Let it be known that I found it. I just didn't have the password.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. Margaret, are you gonna testify?
Well, maybe, they'll swear us both, and we have to offer to be sworn anyway. That's the truth.
He doesn't need to be sworn. He was offered to the court. Do you solemnly swear or solemnly and sincerely affirm, as the case may be, that the evidence you should give concerning this case is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God, or upon penalty of perjury?
Yes.
Okay.
So, and this is, for those of you that I've been with before, this is quite different from our usual sort of house by the water, because there's not much of it, either in terms of footprint or building. And I also want to note that Meg picked a number for not more than X on appeal, which was based on a conversation with one of the appraisers that but before it was all fully done and thought through, and before we realized the full character of this property, because it you can see what its dimensions are for the car, and the car we think is accurate, but it's basically 25 feet wide, and with a house that's presently located there, that leaves about a little less than 3 feet on each side to get around it to get to the water. It's also non-conforming in lots of other ways, including its setback from the resource. And if this thing, for any reason, was swept away, which is certainly a good candidate for being, if you, I think we've sent you the last communication was a schematic showing what's allowable under the zoning reg, which would be a structure about 60 feet long and a foot wide. The market for those isn't what we had hoped. Yes, exactly, something long as this would be our target market. And I think we also sent a couple pictures of the interior. So it's luxury shoreline living with one room, basically, and a bathroom and a closet. So it's, and incidentally, no actual kitchen, and in fact, no stove. So it's sort of a waterfront experience without the prospect of much expansion. And that's why if you, even in COVID, with the kind of the heat that's on this market, you know, what you could get for the assessed value of the property, or if you were going to spend that money on an actual house, would be incomparably grander than what we have here. There's just, I mean, she loves it, but their family loves it because it's where they go to the beach. It's not where they live all summer long, like their next door neighbors in the big house. There's also in those materials a photo. There are several, but we have invested in a little drone activity. And so you can see when you get to the overheads that have basically, there's one of them will show you a big normal house. It's not giant, but it's a normal house. Then there is what looks like a lean-to. You see a little kind of roof with lighter shingles. That is a lean-to. And so it's open, it doesn't have sides. That is on a lot, exactly the same size ours is, within a foot. And that's actually our best comp, as a matter of fact.
That's a separate piece of property?
Yes, it is. Our piece is the darker roof.
Right.
And so we go out a couple of feet each way. That's our whole lot. And then it extends. I think you can see there's a car parked at one end, and that's near the end. And what you can also see are dunes and dune protected type stuff. So that tiny as it is, we can't use it all. Plus there's a telephone pole. I mean, I just honestly have not seen a more difficult site on which to build anything by the water in Madison. And I've been combing the maps. So if you look right next door to us with and you can see on your map, on the assessor's map, both of these properties. And then what normally would be a modest beachfront house, but now it's a big fancy beachfront house because it's compared to ours. And that one's easier to the east. We think that the very best comp is the lot, certainly the land of the lean-to, which is valued in 80,000, which is pretty rich even for somewhere to go get your feet wet. Query whether you can park in the dunes. And it's all sand. But that's hands down about where we ought to be.
Well, no, you don't.
No, I thought you might ask that. No.
No?
Well, we have the ability to use the toilet because it goes somewhere and it hasn't failed wherever it
Oh,
goes.
so you don't know.
It does not go to the leaching field, that I can tell you, for sure. But that would be what it is. Yeah.
Well, with that kind
And
of
the
thing,
rule is, as long as it doesn't fail, no one can make you stop using it.
the
If it
problem
is
is-
in your toast here.
Now, what's this house? This little one?
The one next to it?
Yeah.
It's
That
a,
other stuff?
no, not in any approved way. We don't know what they do. If it's not,
Well, it's not like that.
right, exactly. You don't want that. I wouldn't think.
I guess we should be.
Right. But we do know that you know, we can use this bathroom modestly. Nobody's cooking. Nobody's, you know, putting any stress on the modest little system. But what you see is the best that's ever going to be built there.
I don't know how it stays there.
Well, it's been in a family they love and
No,
care.
no.
There's a beauty to simplicity.
Water and air blow right through.
But it goes right through, literally. You can see light through the panels of the wall.
Okay.
I also, do you have electrical service going in?
There is electricity. We're not talking about plugging in an air conditioner. Not that, basic. Yeah, you got lights and no electric stove, no AC. You don't need a sump pump because you're 8 feet up on these stilts. No, it is basic living at its most basic. And that's why there's not a lot more to say other than what happened is that Meg kind of inherited the responsibility of the family for looking after this and said, holy cow, look at what this thing's a set for. You know, it honestly is not. And it's just vision not being their most careful. But they were right next door or closer. I mean, I could see somebody saying, you know, maybe $100,000 for this operation, but not much more. And you know, as you know, I do a lot of these and look at a lot of properties. And I have one that the client has kept owning the property. They can't do much more than this, but they can go to another beach. And that for them makes it worth, in their case, like $60,000.
What's the difference from last time?
It's we are 0.08 and it is 0.07. Make sure you get that 0 in there. And it's I don't think there are any smaller lots around
Right.
in town. And so that's where we are. I mean, I think intuitively, it's not, you don't have to go around and make 20 adjustments for the extra bathroom or the this or the that. And I think the number,
It's charming.
Well, the drawing's only 28,000. We really are talking, we're not talking about the price of the value.
no, but ours ought to be the same as the one next door.
It's
Darn,
a lot.
it's the way we feel.
Now, you were here before?
No, it's never, not on this one.
Land condition?
No.
Yeah.
Did you?
Not several years ago. Probably like, I don't know, 90s, early 90s,
Okay.
or something like that.
And what was that?
But to get the taxes lower. And
Okay.
my mother came and they were successful in lowering them. I don't know much about it.
Okay.
We don't know what they went up. In other words, this is
Yeah.
another reval.
Sure.
Yeah,
then nothing.
They can
That
swing
was
all over.
before.
Yeah. So you may make adjustments to the card and the characterization of the property.
Yeah.
But after Vision does its wonders of neighborhood calculation, it becomes a new game every time.
It's never been listed. You think, has it ever been listed?
No, you never tried to sell it.
No.
Nor the one next door. The market is, these are things that, and it's true, by the way, when you get down to the Chittenden territory, for all of those have kind of been where the same families go to the same beach.
You know what the address is in that?
Of the lean-to, 145.
Oh, you got it?
I think I gave you the 145 card. Yeah, I get whatever I could get from Vision as opposed to the real card.
Where do you park versus, parking for 147?
We're 147.
I mean, 145.
We park next to each other. You can see from the drone photos, you can see,
I see one car there.
that's my car and I'm parked where we can park.
Okay, and then to the 16 to the 145.
Right,
Yes. And she can fit about 2 cars in there, but we have the dune, so we can't park there.
the dune and the telephone.
Yeah, and the phone pole.
Which incidentally, they don't have a right to leave there, but they won't take it away.
When you have company,
It gets crowded. We're on very good terms with 145, and so they will park behind. I'll pull in really tight, they'll park behind me. It gets crowded. But we don't have much company because it's usually just family that goes and it'll be 1 car, maybe it'll be 2 cars, and we'll park like really tight.
So then, the other side is, 143.
Right. That's a real house.
Yeah. It's 140. Because I'm value there at 833.
And that is night and day. Count the skylights, count the cars that are there, count, yeah. Well, or what it will accomplish, what it will permit you to do, which does really,
What is going on for 140, 143? Right, but they're broken up. You have it broken up. Structure? Oh, yeah.
it looks like you
Oh,
drove
okay.
islands down there for that. front of it. That's what's called a theory. Wow.
I mean, as you go up in utility, the numbers do go up. It's different from the excess land situation.
Yeah.
I mean, these guys, could only dream of a house like the one to the east.
Yeah.
Well, I think he dumped a ton of money.
He did dump some.
That's
Yeah, there is a building,
Yeah. Call that the big fancy house.
for the lot.
No, for the building.
Yeah. Was that old island? Did they put it in the house?
Did you watch any of the construction for the big
You
fancy
mean the
house?
seawall?
Yeah.
No, that was before. That was in maybe like the late 70s they did that.
Wow. We gotta bring a crane in for that.
Oh, yeah. Army Corps of Engineers had something to do with it too, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Anybody else on it?
No.
Yeah, we didn't have to count bathrooms or anything.
Is that a granite?
No, but if you, the problem is you can't even dig down and come to granite. It's all sand.
That's the only reason.
That is the septic. But if there's anything else we can tell you, we'd love to. No, it's pretty, you run out of stuff to say. But they love it. I mean,
Oh, it's dark.
I warned Meg that we might not be totally kind to her family house. But honest,
Yeah.
yeah, it is,
You really need both of them.
at a minimum.
Just almost.
Yeah.
But then the problem is that thing got, I mean, I don't gonna have a lot of variance, but it got them when you could get them. And now, when they revamped the particularly of the little lots of, or the scheme for the little lots on along the water, which was, it eliminated the variances by and large. They made it so on most of them, you could probably build again kind of what was there. And that was the plan, to make it so every time anyone wanted to add an air conditioner, they didn't have to come in and get a variance to do it. But the other side of that is, there's a very, very strong policy not to grant variance. So that even if you combine these two, you could do it. You wouldn't be able to build what's the big fancy does. Yeah, anymore. A good example of that is on Ridgewood. There's Nick Perricone has a big fancy house where Ridgewood turns off of Neck.
Mhm.
And that was built or approved with a set of variants like 3 months before the new plan was adopted. And we knew it was coming, or they knew. And under the new plan, they would not have gotten those variants. Not a chance.
But here you have to go.
Oh, yeah, well, there's the 50, you see the 50 feet on there. That first 50 is untouchable. That's a setback from the critical coastal resource.
They don't want any house.
No, and then then you get to the dunes at the back. You know, that vegetation, some of that, we would guess, we're not asking, is protected.
Mhm.
So that if you went to get a building permit, you would have to justify what you were doing with it.
Question, if something happens with structure, would you be able to build an exact replica of that structure according to Madison?
There's not a specific reg that lets you do that. There's sometimes, yeah, absolutely.
Would you have the opportunity to have a toilet such as it is?
No, you couldn't put it back like it is.
No.
On the same one, not restoration. But it's already appraised.
Yeah, you gotta be.
And then what do you do with the, I mean, the toilet such as it is,
Oh, then the issue, yeah, how. yeah,
how would you get a septic in there?
Right.
Maybe back to the dunes. I would assume you would have
You would
high tech.
engineer it acceptably.
Yeah.
Do it, if you could do it. There is a certain lack with FEMA now of sympathy to people being,
Rebuilding where they,
well, being unable to even build.
oh,
I was talking with somebody in Guilford, who was thinking about buying a house, fancy one. And the ductwork is all below the FEMA level, so that if, and the furnace. So if in fact that stuff had to be replaced, you'd have to raise the whole thing. None of that could be where it is.
yeah.
It's rugged. And a good example is one of the comps that we used for the waterfront was that one that Jeremiah bought on Mill Beach West for like 700,000 or 800,000. It's been assessed at $1.4 million.
Mhm.
And that's just a sitting duct with 50% roll. After you replace a door and 3 circuit breakers. In this place, all we do is replace is the doorknob, and then you're over the 50% rule and have to make the whole thing. It is. I wasn't kidding when I said that the highest and best is probably just exactly like it is, and doing all you can do to preserve that.
Okay. Okay.
Well, thank
We
you.
appreciate you.
Good to see you all back.
We understand your concerns.
This is my first live hearing.
You're yes, matter of fact, we're late for,
We'll get out of here.
Paul.
Thank you. We don't have to sign anything. We're
Nope.
okay? Good.
You're all set.
You'd be doing,
Thank you.
you have to take
It's nice meeting you.
you'd be doing a motion to whatever. Are you talking about? Motion to deliberate and all that.
Oh, yeah, at the end.
Oh, at the end?
Yeah, 'cause we're doing.
Oh, okay.
I got it. Okay. 8. This one needs discussion too, because the problem, I understand everything you said. Certainly,
There's one of these wrong, right?
yeah. Hi, is this Michael Delvecchia? Hi, it's Bill Lewis calling from the Madison Board of Assessments Appeals. No problem. And the present is Lynn Hubbard, Shirley Taylor, and Fred Becker. And do you have anybody else who's going to be testifying besides yourself? Just yourself, okay. And everything we're doing is recorded, so you know that. We're gonna have to take an oath. Do you solemnly swear or solemnly and sincerely affirm, as the case may be, that the evidence you shall give concerning this case shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God, or upon penalty of perjury? Okay. Hold on one second. That it? Okay, Mr. Delucky, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Okay. All righty, do you want to state your case?
Sure. The home is obsolete. Can I keep talking?
Yes, yes, yes.
I hear a lot of background noise.
Yeah, no, and just some paper fall off.
Okay, the home is obsolete. The clapboard and nails directed to the site. So
Okay.
you have no sheeting,
Mhm.
and you can feel the curve from right to the wall in the winter.
Okay.
Okay. We have a total of 7 rooms. The house is about 1,300 square feet. 4 medium-sized rooms and 3 small rooms. 5 of the rooms need to be gutted and complete renovation.
Okay. Michael, the name, the property owner's name is Catherine?
That's correct. With a C.
Okay, and you, is that your wife?
That's my wife. Yes.
So do you own this property together?
No.
No. Oh. You really need, an agent form then. We'll continue, you can plead your case, but, before we can do any final stuff, if you go on the website or come into the assessor's office,
Yeah.
get an agent form
Yeah. All right. That sounds
and
good.
fill it out, yeah. Because we need that before we can make,
Final determination.
a determination, yes.
Yeah.
Okay, but you're gonna plead, go ahead and plead the case.
Sure. Our assessment in the past 2 years increased by 37%. And I asked the assessor to document why the increase, and I never got a good answer. Then I asked if for 6 or 7 similar times that would be comparable to our house, that increased 37% by that same time frame,
Mm-hmm.
and I have not received the information. I called the assessor several times, and most times he does not even call you back.
I'm seeing that an appointment, there's nothing that's marked as an appointment, no show on December 18th.
That's correct. My wife was in the hospital, and I told the individual, and he didn't say my wife was in the hospital. He just said that it was a no-show. I find that almost unconscionable.
I'm sorry about that. I'm sorry. In the hospital.
Uh-huh.
It looks like
It's going. What does that mean?
What were your main concerns? You've got
Well, the obsolete home is a very strong point, and I talked to two other assessors in different towns, and they said it makes the building obsolete when the clappers are nailed directly to studding with no sheathing.
Mhm. It makes it which did they tell you?
It makes it obsolete.
Well, yeah, they certainly don't do it like that anymore, but there are, you can, put, foam insulation that's designed to be on the outside and then siding over. Next year.
Yeah, but we like the house. It's an old farmhouse, 171 years old,
Mhm.
and we like the original clappers. When you start ripping off clappers or covering them, the house becomes too. I don't know what the word is, but it was too stiff. It doesn't look. To me, it doesn't look normal anymore.
Mhm.
And we would not put no, aluminum siding or vinyl siding or I think would ruin the character of the house.
Okay,
Yes. Yeah.
but what I'm saying is, there's other things that you can actually blow foam insulation. If you wanted to keep the siding, that would give you the,
I see.
moisture and stuff like that.
Yeah.
At any rate,
Is the foam safe? I remember going back a few years. They had to rip it out because
yeah, they don't use,
it was sitting off fuels or something.
yeah, that was formaldehyde.
Yeah. Gotcha. Okay. And a total of 7 rooms, as I mentioned in parentheses here, 4 medium, 3 small rooms. The plastic's falling down in all the rooms, and it needs complete cutting of 5 rooms and complete renovation. I think that's a strong point.
Sure.
Yeah.
I mean, the appraised value of the building is 144.9. That's actually pretty minimal. And the lot is 150, the appraised value, and the assessed is 105.
Okay, and assessment of the lot is 105.
Yeah, the assessed value.
Right.
And that's right in line with all the rest of the lots on Top Road.
I see.
Uh,
Yeah.
So what you're talking about is the condition of the building. And that's a pretty minimal, really, for that size of a home.
I see. And the barn and the small shed need extensive work.
Mm-hmm.
Small shed on the property.
Yeah, I don't even think the caption.
It's on the field.
Yeah. Yeah, it should be right there.
All I got was the appraisal.
Sure. We have we just have a 5,000 BTU air conditioning unit. We use that in the living room and it cools. Three rooms, pretty good. The kitchen and bath are
1946. They've never been renovated. The boiler must be, the heating boiler must be at least 45 to 50 years old. And it is a cast iron boiler, and it still works pretty good. So we just thought that if it ain't broke, don't fix it. So it heats the house well, except for you can feel the cold, like just sitting here on an outside wall. I can feel the cold coming right through. But I like the idea of that going in foam. I didn't even know that was illegal anymore.
Mhm.
Yes, that's good.
Is that propane, your boiler?
Pardon me?
Is your boiler propane?
So it's oil, hot water.
Oil, okay.
Yeah. What is it called?
Your window.
Windows?
Mm-hmm.
We have they're double hung, and that's the bright spot of the house. I'll tell you, the old farmers got nice big windows, and the house is bright inside. And but all we have is the old-fashioned type storm windows.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but you really have to give credit where credit is due. I was in the old hand. I couldn't believe those nice big windows. How bright that building is, and it's just like and I say to myself, whatever happened to soap and water and paint? I see no reason they couldn't paint it right over the lead paint. I grew up with lead paint. As far as I know, no one in our family ever got sick from it. We didn't go around chewing on the windowsill. No, really.
I hear you.
Yeah.
So you gave us an appraisal form that
Yeah.
you have prepared? But,
Yeah, we dropped that off, yes.
okay. You just did this for this purpose?
For the appeal.
Okay. Does anybody else have any questions? Okay, has anybody got any more questions? No? Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you. And I forgot to mention the house is 171 years old.
I saw that.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Okay, great.
Okay, I think we'll work on this.
And I have to put that in, correct?
Yeah, get an agent form.
Okay.
Very important. Just leave it with the assessor to add it to your file.
Okay, I appreciate your help and your time.
Oh, okay, thank you.
Sure, bye now.
Bye. Okay. What do we have here?
What's an appraisal like that cost?
Huh?
What is an appraisal like that?
$300.
Yeah.
But this guy, the appraisal is a little on the shaky side of his additions and subtractions. You're not kidding. Yeah. So, but I'm not too confident. I'll see what you guys think. We got right this next guy. File Kelly. Site Kelly. This is Kelly Fight. Kelly and Christopher. Where's area code 832? Or is that one of the new cell phone things or something? Huh?
Mike,
Mr. Fight.
We're sorry, you must first dial a 1 before the area.
Okay. Wonder where that is.
This is Kelly.
Hi, this is Bill Lewis calling from the Madison Board of Assessment Appeals.
Hi, how are you?
Not too bad. And I am sticking with Kelly Fight.
Yes, that's correct.
Okay, and you are the owner
Yes,
of the, is anybody else going to be testifying?
nope, just me.
No, just you, okay. Present here is myself, Bill Lewis, Lynn Hubbard, Shirley Taylor, and Craig Becker. We'll be hearing your case.
Okay.
We're gonna start off with an oath, then. That's okay. Do you solemnly swear or solemnly and sincerely affirm, as the case may be, that the evidence you shall give concerning this case shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God, or upon penalty of perjury?
Yes, I do.
All right, and we are recording this, so just so you know. Okay. Start your case.
Sure. So it's very simple. We purchased the house in September of 2019 for $527,500, and that works out to about $137 or $38 per foot. It's currently on for $576,300. So I was looking to see if there was any movement there that we could get to. I know that the reassessment year is not until 2023. We missed it last year because we had just moved in. So when I saw there was an opportunity to protest, I thought I would go ahead and do that. I still send my closing statement. Did you receive that?
Yeah.
Okay. So that shows the 527 as the sale date. And actually it's recorded on the property card.
Sure.
So that's all I have. Well, there's one more sale in the neighborhood that was 2 months before ours that came to, that was 496. That's 228 Devonshire.
Okay.
And they paid about $145 a square foot. So 228 Devonshire. So, yeah.
Mike,
You bought the house in September 2019, which is sometime after the valuation date.
Yes.
Yeah. The valuation date that we're looking at is October 31st, 2018. So,
Oh, when I saw the form online, I thought it was the 2020 valuation date. That would be taxed this year.
based on the value of October of 2018, which is a year before you bought your property. So that's the value that we're trying to look at.
Okay, I don't know anything about the sales in 2018 before we left.
So it's not about the count. Every town, I'm sorry, it's covered for members here, right now.
Hi.
So every town in Connecticut, all the counties are evaluated every 5 years.
19.
2019.
That's it.
Yeah. So it's not based on what the house, it's based on the value, the town put in by October 1st, 2020.
Okay, that wasn't really clear on the form, it's just that if you wanted to protest, you could go ahead, so I didn't realize I had to go back to 18. I don't know what the market was, I didn't live in the town then.
Mhm.
Yeah, so what would, need from you are, comparable properties that are on sale of comparable homes as of October 1st, 2018, a year prior to that time. And that's how we can determine whether, your house was done properly or not.
Okay, is that something I have to do now while we're on the phone, or?
Well, we're looking at provided, but this will be provided to support the major case.
I think what we have is just, this is Craig Dr. Stevens. I think what we have is just proof that that was the purchase price of 2019, right? I don't see anything else. All right. Does that sound right, Kelly?
Yeah, that's right, I put the
Okay.
property part in there, so you know what house.
Yep. Okay.
So I didn't know from looking at the form that it was based on 118. Or 1031.
Correct, or 10-1. Yeah, and it's not, so it is not from, October 1st, 2017. Through October 28th. October 1st.
But you,
About 2019.
yeah. But they're awful close to the, well, you purchased it for 527. And they have it appraised, you have those are appraised.
Yeah, 576.
And they're 576.
So,
Yeah, that's pretty close. And this house was built in 99, right?
99 or 98. Yeah, 99.
Okay.
Okay, I mean, I don't know if I can do that right now when we're on the phone. I can certainly look, but I guess I just wait until 2023, see what the market has done.
Yeah, I mean, you can see that the household, let's see, look at the history. 03 for 575. 06 for 680. And then 2016, 535. And then in 2019 for 527. And let's see that the lands, I mean, the land values appraised at 149.6, and that's pretty much that's right on for that area. So what you're talking about the dwelling appraised at 426 and assessed at 298. And they're almost a 4,000 foot house. 38.
When you bought it, did you pay for listed price?
It was listed for, I think, 535. And we offered 520 and came in the middle.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay. Anybody else have any questions? Okay, well, we'll work on it and you'll be notified for mail, via mail.
Okay.
Pretty right after the end.
I
of the month.
apologize for understanding the form.
Yeah, yeah, no problem.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, so thank you for your time.
Okay.
Have a good night. Let's, yeah, understand how it works. Fair enough.
Yeah. Yeah. Somebody paid $680 for that house.
Right. Yeah, 95
He
mine.
should be mad.
Wish I was selling houses in 2006.
Well, it's getting crazy now.
Yeah.
We're going back to those.
I know.
You see, that's why, like that house, that beach house is difficult because it brings that kind of money.
Yeah,
You know, we see these things like down in Neck Road, little lots that are 20 feet wide, in mud.
yeah,
But they give you access to a dock out in the Neck River.
yeah.
And they sell for $80,000.
Right.
So the first one you see, you go, my God, somebody's crazy.
Yeah. That one I thought the point was well made because one of them's got it wrong. Right?
Yeah.
One's saying it's almost identical, right next to each other. You know, we gotta look at
Well,
that.
hers at least should be speaking it.
No, I know, but there's a separation between the land value
Yeah,
and
yeah,
the building, right?
yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah, you were right, the building.
Yeah.
So that's 7, and she's 12.
It's got if the specs are comparable and it's sold
Yeah.
for what?
Yeah, so the one on well, right now, she's starting with 576.
That's a nice little neighborhood.
That's for kind of the house.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's another sale for 500.
Does
And
it-
that's saying, 4,500 square foot home. This is for 539, and our phone.
What, does the form, if the form doesn't mention where the evaluation was drawn from, wouldn't that be smart? Does it say that?
Yeah, it's what it's all called.
No, but like, you know, they inform people, your assessed value, your
Oh.
values is this, your assessed value is this. Following was generated from data, sale prices.
Yeah, I mean, everything's.
No, the fuel card, but I mean, when they notify them of the current year's assessment, why couldn't they just lay it right on that? It sounded like she did.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that's out of our jurisdiction, but I mean, it would seem to make sense to me, then people would call and be like, oh,
This, that's what he wants.
what's this one? Lehman?
Yeah.
Lehman?
Not really.
Oh, this will be interesting. Because he wants his appraised value to be 0. All right.
Yeah, but
They did a big part of clearing after one.
yeah, but they also mark that. They mark the star.
You guys help me with the code?
Not really.
Yeah, come on.
What's this description, current assessment, is it back RSLN 51? Under the current assessment. That's the land use or something? The zoning?
Yeah. That's- This is, big vision appraiser.
Oh,
And that's-
okay. Where does it tell us what the use,
Right. And this one?
does it tell us like what zone it's in?
Down in the prices guidelines, valuation section, and then it says the zoning at the bottom.
Vacant.
Okay.
Natural land.
So
Limited-
it's RU1.
Are you on?
3 acres. Got the I factor is different by ranking.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, keep going.
What, you have an address?
210 Oakland Hill.
That's for correspondence to be sent to.
There's just a yeah, it's just open one.
Yeah, this is different. I mean, they only got, they paid it for $15,000.
Why does it say open, it's an open space parcel, ownership of 1/7? So that means that there are 7 homes that actually own this parcel. On the, first part, halfway down in the opening, neighborhood, there's an open space parcel, so it's land trespassing.
No, I don't know, it's open space.
Yeah, it's just open space, vacant lot.
Yeah.
It's vacant lot and it says limited use.
Well, usually open space.
Right.
Is there some way to locate it? Does it have an address?
Yeah.
I mean, that's fine.
Here, yeah, here.
Okay, perfect. Oh, yeah, that's the map, right?
Is this sort of striking with some kind of way?
Oh, I'm sorry, 210, 210.
Okay.
8730.
Open space ownership, 7 each.
This one here.
Yeah.
Stone.
Yeah, if you have to, I'm not sure if it's the whole thing or how far it goes.
That was like the whole thing.
Yeah.
And there's 7 people. So I guess you get use of it.
I think it'd be useful walking and stuff like that. You can articulate.
Yeah. It looks like. But I don't think you're all gonna get it.
Everybody has
I'm sure it's
Okay. Okay. Let's start.
the notes. Here.
Hi, Frank.
Hi, Raymond Lewis. My name is Bill Lewis, although we're not related.
Hi, Bill.
And also, I'm with the Madison Board of Assessment Appeals.
Yep.
And present is Lynn Hubbard, Shirley Taylor, and Craig Becker. Also, are you going to be the only one testifying, Raymond?
Yes, I am.
Okay, we're gonna have to give you a call. And we're recording, everything we say here.
Okay, that sounds good.
No. Do you solemnly swear or solemnly and sincerely affirm, as the case may be, that the evidence you shall give concerning this case shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God, or upon penalty of perjury?
I do.
Okay. All righty, Raymond, state your case.
All right, so first of all, thank you, guys, for hearing my story. I'll try and keep it brief. I know it's probably a little past my due time. So, you probably have a long day off. Yeah, regarding this property that's being assessed, what I was going to ask is if you consider the fact that as you can see on the map, I have it in front of me also. I don't know. Forgive me if I don't know all the technical terms of it, but it looks like Eversource has a right of way there, and as you might be aware, they went through quite an upgrade a few years ago, and I've seen this land probably for very recent, and they've kind of carved the whole plot away to where it's really like a mountainside. I don't know whether that was for access or whatever, but these are the feeder lines that run between Opening Hill and the other joining road on the other side. And so I guess what I was asking is if you could kind of consider the fact that this land really isn't usable. I know it was originally planned as open space. Not really that usable. I don't know if that has any impact on the assessment, value of it.
Well, yeah, well, this is a 3-acre piece. The 3 acres would be, 3 acres of usable land would be in the hundreds of thousands of dollars. I know you've got 7 something.
Yeah, it's very, but you can see it's kind of limited access, and that whole area there has really been. I'm not sure what it looked like originally, but there's not much there right now. You have a difficult time even climbing up it without some kind of mountain climbing gear. Hi, Shirley. It's really hard to tell, but it's yeah. At one point, you used to be able to walk from across through those power lines to the other street. I'm not sure if it's Cops Road or what's the name of the other one? It escapes me right now. But
Corpus?
yeah, Warfus. Yeah. Hi, Lynn. Yeah, at one time you would be able to do that, but when they put, I guess they're planning for the future, because there were wooden poles there before, but now they put pretty giant steel ones, and I guess they had to bring a lot of really big equipment in there to do that, and now it's pretty much almost impossible to get to Warfus from that other, from here walking across that power line. When you get to the bottom of a pretty severe gully, if you were walking across there, it's really hard to picture it. You could really do anything with that land.
Mr. Lewis, Craig Becker.
Hi, Craig.
Hey, how are you?
Good.
So, cleaning up the resource?
I'm going to take a guess. It was maybe 2017, 16 or 17.
So when did you,
Pardon?
when did you purchase?
Oh, I've owned this probably since nineteen ninety-eight, kind of, plus or minus.
Okay.
I know that was, part of the original, plan. I don't know whether that was going to be a building lot or whether, I wasn't one of the original owners of this property. I'm the second owner of it.
Mhm.
Right. Yeah, this really could not be, whether originally could have been, but it certainly could be now. Um, right. Yes. Right. Uh-huh. Mhm. Yeah. Mhm. Right. What was that last part again? I'm sorry. I really don't know. We've never, we each pay our own individual property tax, as we're billed. No, I guess we're going to though.
Yeah. This is it. It's broken down.
Yeah. What do you have any? What was the original? I mean, I understand that because even a little bit south of me, there's more recently, well, I guess a while ago, the Anzoni Farm was a development, and I know they had a big open space there. But wasn't the intent of that to be somewhat usable?
No, it's taxed, it's taxed as not usable, not
Oh,
buildable.
okay, all right. Yeah, no, that's good. I appreciate that. Don't deal with this every day. Yeah.
Yeah, it's in zone RU1.
Yeah, I'm sure most of the neighbors don't even know that that exists.
This is Shirley Taylor.
Hi, Shirley.
You got a homeowner?
No, we don't. There's never been one established here. Kind of like the Wild West. No. If you look at that, it's a really interesting way that they laid this out. That you can see everybody's, property is like, especially towards the end, it's like a lollipop. It's like they have a strip of the road, and then their lot.
Yeah.
So everyone, I guess, actually, only 6 of the houses have ownership of the road itself.
Now, when you purchased this house,
Uh-huh.
what did they do? They told you also own the 7th of the adjoining
Oh, no.
right away?
No, I don't think so. The only thing we were, as I recall, the only thing we were told was, that we all own. Actually, if you look at my house is the very first one. I'm like number 35.
Mm-hmm.
I really don't. The only thing that was pointed out to me, and Bonnie McMahon was our realtor when we bought this originally. She was back in the street right behind us. She made me aware that the road itself was jointly owned by 6 houses, and my house doesn't own any of that road. Just has a right of way to use it.
You're only in the
Um,
Funny.
don't break it.
Um,
Yeah, it's very interesting, and I apologize if I don't know a lot of the details, but I know what I needed to know up until this point. Everybody in the neighborhood gets together and we pitch in for snow plowing. That's basically, if you call that, I call it a loose affiliation.
yeah. Yeah.
And it's not easy to get
Did
together.
you ever try to get somebody to buy this? I mean,
Yeah, no, never any attempt at all to go for that. But yeah, so I'm not really even sure what I'm asking for. I guess I just was kind of wanted to say my piece. I totally appreciate you guys, listening to whatever story I have here. But I just wanted to make you aware that and it was not if its original intent was not to be usable, then I guess it's achieved that.
Really extremely unusual.
Everyone out there doing snow, maybe it might be a good sledding.
Yeah.
That's interesting. I think from every source, I think money only flows in one direction, though.
Yeah.
yeah. Okay, well, we'll look into that.
All right. Well, thank you again for I appreciate it. I know you guys got a busy schedule. Am I your last customer?
Oh, no.
No. What a long night. Yeah. Well, once again, thank you very much for all you do. Aside from this, appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right. Now, have a good night, guys. Hope it's short. All right. Good night now. Bye bye.
Good night.
So you learn something every day.
Yeah, well,
I never
What I
heard
learned-
that. I'm sure they have nothing is based.
Yeah. Yeah.
It didn't sound like it from this gentleman, unless he's paying the bill for everybody.
Well, I wonder how he got title to it. I mean, if at some point somebody got to say to him, oh, you own a 7 to this, then you could at least give him an opportunity to say, well, what the hell does that mean? I suppose it sounds good when somebody says, oh.
Right. When you find out it's, and you know what? We laughed about the zero request, but I get what he's saying. Yeah.
And sometimes you can sell it, This is like in the basic.
Well, he's good.
But it's just a liability.
What if I own three?
Well, it's okay if they call.
Yeah, well, you go to the court, I mean, you got a lawyer, you
Yeah,
got a realtor.
somebody
Somebody
should
should
call.
call. I wonder if that's ever come up. I mean, if they said it to me, I'd say, I don't want it. What about the house?
Yeah.
You gonna pay taxes on something that you can't use and-
No. And I mean, the taxes, but that, but still,
Something.
Some people.
What was that thing about the one setup and not the seven on
Yeah,
there?
so here.
Yeah.
But he's only paid for it.
Yeah.
it sounds like they need this stuff for access to their life. That's probably, because he's saying, there's some of the robbers. And most of them need that access to. He does.
So,
Then do you have a picture of it? Is it a driveway on it?
Did they know that first one was one guy?
No, these homes. Usually, so he really couldn't see.
But doesn't this look like the houses are all two, and that's a little bit big. So if he's paying a tax on the 3 acre parcel, who's paying anything else?
No, he's not.
Yeah. They've got to reduce because of the right of way. And the limited use. That's how they put it down.
So the tax. This is pretty much
Oh. Yeah. That's right, there's 40 properties.
I agree.
Well, not
So-
even $700, so that's gotta be.
And the other thing is,
That was
So it's only gonna have
28,000.
one field card.
well, and the thing is, so he can speak for himself, but he doesn't follow. If the other one's doing it, somebody.
It's $270.
Yeah, right.
It's not a,
I just don't know if it's.
yeah, and actually we can't reduce it without.
Yeah. I'd really choose.
Because
We'd have 6 other fields, right?
We would raise all the, everybody else. So we'd run out of people to do that. What's this one? 815, incomplete, the contact number not been provided. She must have got one. I got what you're like. Okay. 484, we're out of state again.
No, you might just ask for the right one.
No, they got
Future
smart
plan
attorneys.
or-
Hello?
Hello, am I speaking with Jane Mabdou?
Yes.
I'm Bill Lewis, calling from the Madison Board of Assessment Appeals.
Okay.
And present is Lynn Hubbard, Shirley Taylor, and Craig Becker, also board members.
Okay.
Are you going to be the only person testifying on this matter?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, everything is recorded, and we're going to give you an oath. Are you ready?
Okay. I am ready.
Okay. Do you solemnly swear or solemnly and sincerely affirm, as the case may be, that the evidence you shall give concerning this case shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God or upon penalty of perjury?
I do.
Okay. Okay. And tell us your case.
Okay, first of all, I need to correct my writing. It was 335,000, not 100.
Okay.
Because I forgot to put zero in there. I found it later on. So that's my error. I apologize that.
Okay.
Secondly, my unit is surrounded with all the affordable. Number 6, number 4, number 2 in front of me. And number 9 affordable is attached to my unit. Then I have 1 bedroom.
Okay.
And the rest of the units have, even affordable have 2 with the lounge, and they have been pretty nice. Fine, these are affordable. And I had done some search in Madison Town. They have 2 bedrooms, 1900 square feet, 267, 900, and 279, 900. Given the fact this is, newer, I moved here in May.
And what's the address of that one?
67 Boston Post Road, number 8.
Okay.
Unit 8. So I have 1 bedroom, and that is actually some of the homes have bedrooms, master bedroom down on the first floor. Mine is up. So it is very hard. I like it. I'm single. I can handle it. But down the road, it's going to be difficult, for me to sell or live here because master bedroom is on the 2nd floor.
Okay.
But I wanted to be in the Madison area. That's what I just negotiated a little bit, and I got at least, I paid 335,000. So I don't believe that this price, this unit has a higher price than this because some negative stuff here. Because my unit is attached with affordable. It is not on the corner. It is not standalone building. And 3 of the affordables in front of 6, 4, and 2. That's the reason I really feel the price is not justified.
Okay. Anybody have questions?
Ms. Miller, you said you moved to May, is that right?
Yes.
Okay.
No, I closed in April when the COVID came. I could not move out from Pennsylvania, so I moved there in May.
Okay. Can you what price?
335,000.
Okay.
Yeah,
What do
because
you think you
of
know?
many negative, there's no way I could sell for what I heard that you guys are pricing it, because I've seen a lot of negatives here in order to bring the price to the level that I would be, comfortable or making profit because most of the bedroom is upstairs, not
Yes.
down.
Now, you do understand that the appraised value is based on sales from October 2017, October 2018. So
Yes,
it was sales 2 years ago. Assessment isn't.
Yeah, I do understand, but currently in Madison, I saw three houses I can give you on Cherokee Development. 267, 2 bedrooms, 279.9, 267.9, and 245.9. But,
What's your current appraised value?
I would say the same what I paid, 335.
No, what's on?
335,000.
No, you're appealing your assessment, correct?
Yes,
Okay.
Yeah.
What is the assessment?
I heard, I don't have that paper in front of me. When I called, then I heard from the assessor that you guys had put the price of 388.
380. Okay.
I'm sorry, I have an accent. So,
No. I understand. You're fine.
okay.
We're just
So
we're
then
looking at
I-
we didn't have the cost of the property. We're just.
Yeah, I do have a unique number in front of me. Unique ID number?
Yeah, we've got it. We're just reading. We're reading the cost. One second.
Yeah, because, well, okay.
Yes, we
Oh, yeah, but I feel here, I mean, I just bought a house and how could that be 50,000 up in 6 months, 3 months, 4 months? Because I moved here in May and what I'm seeing, the negativity, the affordables are in front of me.
Mhm.
And the number 9 is also affordable. That's attached with my house, my unit. 6, 4, and 2 are really in front of me, and whoever was to buy it, they can bring the price even down. It's not even up because of affordable. And number 7 next to me, that's a common law. That's the bigger house than mine. I have only 1 bedroom.
Mhm.
So I really feel my prices should be what I paid.
Okay. Good. Shirley, do you have any questions? No. Lynn? Okay, I think we understand your case, so we'll go to work on it. And you'll get our answer in writing. It's probably around the beginning of
Okay,
the month. Okay,
thank you.
thank you. Bye-bye.
Yeah. Bye.
388, is that what they go for? This is 67 Boston Post Road. A 1 bedroom? No, that's a. And which? And what do they sell for?
Yeah, they're in front.
Yeah, she's sharing the 388, but she's saying he's doing it right in front of her, affordable housing. Are they all identical? I was gonna say they must be, right? I had to take a right one.
Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah, okay. I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah, yeah, there's a road in and there's like across the street. I know what you're talking about.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah.
Right.
And are those one bedrooms? Same size?
I know.
Right, it must be.
Yeah, they look really cool. But yeah, I mean, location,
I can understand it, but when you buy it, you know where to put it. It didn't just happen. Wow. So she probably, judging from what you say, she's probably correct. Yeah. Is this the one that the New Yorkers are off?
and for some reason condos in this town get free. My dad was on New Road. And he built one kind of weird there. And it's right back up to 95. And he sells for a good price.
Crazy. You look at,
He doesn't live there. He lives 67 just down the road. No, New Road? Oh, the name of it. Oh, I know. It used to be a soccer field. But it's back up right onto the service center at 95. Yeah, well, one bedroom condos up against the highway. That's pretty good. Trees.
oh, okay. Yeah, 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 yeah.
So, I mean, they're really nice. Look. You see?
Yep.
Hmm. So who eats the price for the difference when you got affordable housing?
The developer. But the incentive to them is they get to build more units
Okay.
if they put affordable housing in. So instead of being approved for doing 20 units, if they put 6 affordable units in, they might be able to do 30 units. So they get more. So,
That's nice.
I mean, look, it's nice.
No, I like these affordable housing.
Yeah. And it's one bedroom, but you've got this big like open loft area up in the second floor.
What we do if we didn't have a broker?
Well,
Where we get all
I
this
don't know.
information?
Yeah.
We just have to do
Yeah,
it.
I mean, that's what we're supposed to do. We're not
I know,
supposed to
I
use
know.
information.
I know.
Yeah, I
We
know.
really have to
Yeah.
take a step back.
Well,
but I mean,
But it helps to corroborate.
like when something strikes you with the out of whack.
Yeah.
You tell us why.
Yeah.
It's funny because like when you first, after the first rebound, you'll run across all these words and that are true words.
Yeah.
And then as you progress down, you throw off the rest.
Remember the one that you were being passed on 2 elevators and they didn't have one?
Yeah. Yeah, but that's what he was mad about. Absolutely. Who is this? Alice?
Oh, her sale was like that?
See this?
Oh, yeah.
There's something going on we don't know about.
Yeah, well, she got it cheaper than what they were saying.
But we don't, it's not a arm's
Arm's
length
length, yeah.
transaction.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
Oh, you did see it,
actually, you know what? I got class. I didn't notice it. 'Cause I'm high. I keep getting the shaft from the documents. Yeah, we're little, right?
Yes.
Let me, have to.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
It's a lot of information.
yeah.
Not provided.
So, it's not unqualified just for the fact that it's not within the time period, right?
No,
Oh,
there's something. It could be related.
yeah.
It's not required. Yeah. We could,
It's
How
not
do
enough.
they pick those out? You go by the name of the seller?
yeah, I mean, state.
You know, I saw something earlier, from Oriental, actually my house, says that it was a cost appraisal, and it wasn't. It was comparable. So he said something about getting over.
Well,
There were some translation issues that they were working
yeah,
in terms of like coding and such. Not like, the raw numbers are perfectly accurate,
yeah,
but that some of the codes are still being corrected.
yeah. But this is some people work on it. You'll see initials
Mhm.
on the front, down in those systems.
Mhm.
And, some of them are vision and personal style, some of them are in the research office.
Mhm.
So, or you have knows what a lot of those passwords,
Right.
also.
Yeah. It's possible that didn't translate from the old software to the new. Because like I said, mine said, my house, you should be the field plan says it was a cost. But it was actually, what the hell happened to that anyway? They'll take it on me? How often do you get unaffiliated visitors to these?
Usually, no, I wait. We sit with friends and, sometimes we work on it together, or sometimes with a group. And then people come up to the front of you, show them paperwork, and then talk through what their like,
Right.
they have value. And then the room would be full of people waiting to get her.
And all of this other stuff wouldn't be going on.
No, it's different.
Yeah, because
In person, it's worth it. And it's probably better because you can see what they're looking at.
I think, you know,
The order last year was government way.
Yeah.
Getting trained. We got swimming pool. They were listed on the field card. One night, and it's not.
Yeah.
So we reduced it. She wants the money. So they don't go back.
Oh,
she's told to appeal.
yeah, she went retro, sort
Yeah.
of like,
Yeah. They
to
don't.
get a refund. Yeah. So are we still making calls?
Yeah. Yeah, no.
They don't,
No, listen. They don't go, but if we find something that they didn't know about, then they also. The state statute thing.
didn't know if you still.
Okay, she's got a whole list of stuff.
Correct.
Hi, I'm looking for Allison Resnick. Hi, this is Bill Lewis calling from the Madison Board of Assessment Appeals.
Okay, thank you. All right.
Okay. Also present tonight is Lynn Hubbard, Shirley Taylor, and Frank Becker.
Okay.
And are you going to be the only one testifying?
No.
Who else?
No, I could see.
Oh. Okay, so we have to take an oath and we're recording everything saying here.
Oh, okay.
Right? Do you solemnly swear or solemnly and sincerely affirm, as the case may be, that the evidence you shall give concerning this case shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? So help you God, or upon penalty of perjury?
Yes.
Okay. You want to start? I see you have a whole list of properties.
Yeah, so basically the one thing is I came last year
Mhm.
I don't,
Yep.
I guess, yeah, the other 12, yeah. So, and, I have a pool that is vital, and you guys have done it as that night, even though in the car, it was a very strange kind of thing, and you guys changed that.
Mhm.
But you didn't reimburse me for the changes for 1 year, but you changed it for, I guess, 2020. But it was reassessed in 2018 law. And so, I thought you guys would take off the, I think it's like $300 something was the difference for the 2019. But like, oh, they just said I had to appeal again for that.
When you see that, when we did it, we changed the car, we corrected the car, and then the amount that it changed was like $368,000. But that's going forward. They don't go back.
So they won't go back even though it was
No, they,
structural mistake. I mean, I don't own a good night pool, so.
yeah. Yeah, but, and on the other hand, if they got to your house and found that a fountain or something that they didn't know about, they wouldn't go back either. You know, from the time they corrected going forward.
Okay. All right.
I know that's not a.
All right.
No, and I understand, believe me, I understand your
Yeah,
position.
so that was kind of why I called, initially, is that, and then, the other side, when I went initially, I just kind of say, some of the houses in my neighborhood are just, lower than mine and seem to be larger, and I wasn't quite sure why that was. So, and obviously you guys didn't change it then, so I don't know.
Yeah.
Just kind of saying, Governor's Way number 4 is 1,000 square foot larger than mine, but the building is just lower. So, I don't know why that is.
Yeah, those are all, you really get into the fine stuff because they're all pretty close.
Not really, but okay. Not according to the taxes, but yeah. So I mean, if my house is assessed higher than somebody else's housing, the 1,000 square feet larger. I'm not quite sure why.
Well, again, it gets down to your actual house when it was built. I mean, there's a few years difference between them. The sale prices in your neighborhood are really holding up.
Well, now they're, obviously everything is kind of changing now, but no, they weren't. For the last 5 years. So.
Yeah, no, but historically, everything took a dip. They've come back from spring. I have a list of the current sales. They're all over what
Right.
the properties are assessed for.
Right. So, all right, well, I just figured I'd ask because, some of these seem to be different than my house, so
Yeah.
I wasn't sure why. So, but evidently I can't get reimbursed for, the mistake that was made a year ago, so.
As much as we'd like to, that's not,
Right.
that's fine, that's a taxes. Whatever way they do that.
I don't know why the person didn't tell me that when they told me I had to appeal again, so.
Yeah, well, they might not have.
Right,
So,
obviously.
or it's easier to get us to give you that.
Okay. All right, okay, well, that's it, I guess, so, obviously I don't really have, I just, from what I could tell, some of the houses are a lot different than my home to some degree, and I've been in those houses too, so.
And we will look at it again.
Right.
As a board, we'll take a look at it.
Okay, all right, thank you,
Oh, okay, thank you.
bye.
So, huh? That's the last one? You want to deliberate tonight? Yeah, we're good. Okay. Do we have any minutes we ought to look at or anything? Okay.
Yeah, you should be able to just kind of take it. Yeah. Yes. Oh, yeah, we have to keep it, even very well.
Yeah.
Well, how about the Swan 7 property? Isn't that kind of?
Yeah. That would be a real, oh my God, we're not really affecting him.
Well, they just painted all along until they realized it was torn up. Oh, yeah. Oh, that was Bill's cousin, right?
Yeah. Oh, go ahead. Uncle Ray.
Land and Kramer.
Okay. Highly modified. We can't see. So you want
Maybe they broke up the trusteeship amongst the neighbors.
so
Anyway, on his application, you can't give it to me.
how do we roll? We deny? Yeah. No.
Which is too bad.
to the actual date. You want to date it today?
Sure.
That starts the clock though. Okay. You know, this is listed as personal property rather than land. I'm just telling you, I mean, well, I can see, because
Oh, what's your? Did they, somebody made a mistake in the permit? The pool got, no, the pool got. Sorry, I'm jumping around.
yeah, the one on it
The one
was,
I found,
that, because when they coded it, when the guy was on site,
Yeah.
he coded it wrong.
which guy? The town.
Yeah, the great.
Oh, yeah.
But her,
Yeah. Decisions were made, somebody's gonna have to.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah. So that is one that's decided. So I'm going to record these by their phone numbers.
and she bought it in 2010 for 869. You know, and it's 893.
Yep.
And all of these, this is just summary. You know, and the government. These houses are all 5,000-6,000 square feet.
Mhm.
So it's all contact, you know, like you see some of the, they got Belgian block driveways and stuff. You know, well, that's all done after you paid $1 million. So I honestly think it's fair.
Yeah. And you just looked at.
Huh?
We just looked at it.
Yeah,
I mean, how many times can you appeal the same?
yeah, well, you're actually not supposed to. We already,
Yeah,
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 yes.
we don't have these charges.
to go back
We
and,
don't, we can't.
no, I know the money.
What she's
But she's
redoing,
reintroducing the appeal based on the
yeah.
same comps and everything else. I mean, she was told to do that. How can we even do that?
She was a very nice lady.
Oh, I think it's, business is, fine. Yeah.
I know the government, right?
Business, yeah.
Deny it based on the fact that
Yeah.
we can't do anything about the money.
Yeah.
And that was the basis for her.
Yeah, it's enough.
Wait, do you have the paperwork?
I do. Look at it.
Oh, okay. And I think the land, down by the water. To me, I think that is, I think that's some, I think that's, that one's tricky.
Oh, yeah, well, I mean, one of them is wrong, right?
I think we need to find out some more. The street, if they are, a little bit of research, because if we can just build on that footprint, and maybe have to do remedial work, or whatever the statute is, it has a lot more. Yeah, I think we really have better sectors in there, in that area. If you, they kind of have to help you do something. if you do something like build. Yeah, I know.
Those environmental things are pretty
Yeah,
tight now. They don't, in the septic is entirely environmental. Well, stuff we need to-
Where the real work is the neighbor will buy it.
So that gives value.
Mhm.
No, you know what they did, they just. They go open the garage. And that's it. But because it's so sandy, however, you're not gonna get away with that.
If you have a building occupied, right, they have to do something to build. They'll do the best that they can. But if you're not in the and you don't have any systems, right?
But can I ask this, what about the land? The building is $20,000. Let's see, they could build in the same spot,
Yeah.
but just make it modern and they could get a toilet in. And now the building worth $100,000.
It doesn't matter.
The-
what
the
building
parcel
the
is
value
still-
is having
But- But unfortunately, we see the values, I mean,
Well, why
what
did-
people
why-
pay
then
for
why
it, just to
separate
sit at the
The
beach.
value of the land and the building. Why would you do that? You know?
because there's somebody. The value of. Almost, I do. And if they can build just the barest minimum, tiny little weekend cottage on that, that's the more value. They don't need to.
You know, I don't know. if this-
No, I'm not saying they're equal. What I'm saying is that there's still a balance that there's gotta be something wrong. Either that lean-to is way undervalued or
Well, the-
what about
Because you
the,
couldn't build that today, so the value in that are already.
you know, but why the disparity then? If the lot sizes are similar and they're right next to each other, why the big difference in the land value? We get the building value. Why the big difference in the land
I
value?
don't know. We're not here
Yeah.
to the.
No, it's.
Yeah.
Isn't that what we're here to look
I didn't see the. Here's the deal card.
No.
Right.
You did?
Partial. It was a one-sided. Yeah. Less.
You know better than
No,
that.
no, I mean, it's just like.
If we're looking at property, then why would we- that, you know, it's exponential.
This is definitely a tricky one. Yeah, and the one that gets me is that this one was twice the size of this one.
year-round house type. Whereas this, it's not even a seasonal house type. It's really anywhere there. I feel comfortable. We have a snow part for this one. But I looked up the snow part on this one. Yeah. So here's the, so here's the one that is neighboring property that's the same, that's not your part, that's just the online thing. Yeah, it's very low detail on it. This stands on the 400. So this is where the ocean is, or the farm is here in the bay, or the, on this side, the river, East River is on this side. I mean, it's really, it's just sand.
Here's, excuse me, 143 Beach Avenue, which is,
That's the larger.
That's the
yeah,
first one.
so that's, its land is 1.14, and the land is 833, and this one's 0.08, 666.
Oh, so this one is one. Yeah, but I mean, there's nothing.
No, but it's half the size.
He's trying to extrapolate out the dollar for the size of the lot. He's trying to say that this is twice the size.
But it's not twice. the
It's not
value.
half the value.
I think he,
And then again, not to look on you, but your argument before about you could build on it. Almost on one.
Yeah, there is more than.
There's something wrong with that.
I think they.
I think they have a
there
key.
is- I think that-
Yeah.
Where's Lewis's sheet you just sent? Do we have it over there?
Is this the one here? This is my- This, here it is. Is this, no, I don't know. If it's my copy. So I didn't have a sheet in it.
this is part of the part of the piece of the eyesight. This one, eyesight. This one.
Here's an iPad.
Pretty well, yeah.
Lewis was opening them up. This, oh, here it is. It's right there now. So, no, inside.
We might have to refine it.
Oh, no, one down. Right, what happened? Oh, my God. All right, well, 9:00 now. I guess no, if we need him tomorrow. Oh. Yeah, I'm just doing that, like, I don't want to do. I know, there's concern.
Well, we don't want-
making sure that we're apples to apples comparison. Because if we change value on one, then, the other neighbors, but at least they're gonna come and say, hey, you changed that value,
Right.
what about ours? But if there's a big discrepancy and valid, I think.
Yeah.
I think it's a good thing to do.
Yeah. When's our next?
Either or Wednesday, I think one of them.
March 11th, March 16th. And the 17th.
So are we keeping that?
Next week is Tuesday and Wednesday. No Thursday. Oh gosh, we're gonna be here on St. Pat.
That's my husband's birthday too.
there gonna be a keg, is there gonna be a keg of green beer or what?
Oh, there's a green, they're my tie, that plays when I was a
Are we, should I shut the, meeting down? Oh, we have to do the closing. Yeah, come on, you can keep us here on St. Patty's Day, it's gonna be some Jameson or something. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, this is interesting stuff, I have to say. I'm learning something, every night,
Yes, it is, yeah, yeah.
which is always fun.
It is. It's not formative. You really kind of feel like you're doing this to the students too.
Yeah. And not to mention, I'm also learning more about STEM, which I'm
Yeah, absolutely.
very remiss. I've been here 10 years now, and, we've got, usual people. Spend time here. Yeah, I don't know every neighborhood, not like I would.
Yeah. But your kids will.
My kids all. When I came in, Orion had given me my field card. So they were talking to her about what we're doing tonight, and I said, well, first order of business, this appeal is out, the docket, they're asking for a valuation of $100 on this. He looks at it and he goes, Christ, Becker, okay, come on. Come on. I couldn't get it past him. I couldn't get it past him. What are you doing?
I don't know. And yesterday was first meeting.
Yeah.
What room is this?
There's a lot of hours in a short amount of time, but they put it in the right time of the year. Because what the hell else would I be? Not doing any yard work,
Yeah.
strictly golf. It's dark.
Yeah.
So,
September of automobile rally, the one happy, but for me, it's always fun. Spring real estate season is really like hitting hard. And there are some nights that I'm going to see this week. So how did you then deal with transactions and deals and properties listed
yeah.
and all that?
Yeah.
But,
Well, you're in the right business right now.
well,
There's
except
some
now
crazy,
I'm not selling real estate now.
Oh.
I'm managing, so I'm managing.
Well,
no, I'm managing the agents in the office.
right, but you don't get a commission based on that.
Well, basically does, I get the salary, I get bonuses based on
Right.
how it goes. So many different things. But, so, yeah, so if the agents do well, I do. But,
We heard a crazy story.
oh my gosh, yeah.
Facebook's full of people saying, hey, if you haven't listened to your now look at this. People getting horrible.
Every house that I have listed, except for one, went on, but that might be, has gone for, several hundred thousand dollars over the asking price. Maybe putting another one on, I've got 2 months to finish up my business. On my
For being a
so,
broker.
I'm putting, a property on with somebody else in my office, and I can't, it's gonna be putting it on the market for them. But there, I know there are so many buyers looking in that person, and there's nothing on the market. With
Nothing.
an antique, or unless you want to buy, a smaller house down by the river, there's a lot of money.
Yeah.
Instead of a big colonial that's got all the bells and whistles.
Yeah.
And in this neighborhood, prices haven't been where they're investing in property. And now it's gonna go up.
Yeah.
So it's been years and years, but
It just seems like there's no line.
there isn't, and nowhere.
And it's everywhere. Like, some of my staff live in sort of the North Haven area, and they're in Wallingford. It's everywhere. Both of them, two of my staff just bought houses. Both of them had a hell of a time getting a bid to stick because they go in 5, 10 grand over and sell for 10, 15, 20. Yeah, yeah,
And they're coming in. The thing is that if they're in a fire, a lot of people can use that. So
right.
no matter how much people can have, at some point it becomes a matter of the home conversion. And if the property is not in place, or it's so far below.
Yeah.
So,
Now, so the press talks a lot about this mass migration from New York, but did you see it? Have you seen it in person? A lot of buyers are moving from, and they're moving from the suburbs, Westchester, or they're moving from the city.
moving a lot, days were a lot of times, with little kids. And even if they took parents who were telling them, get yourself in a
Out of the city.
Here is something.
Go get a house. Yeah.
Just go buy a house, get out. And the second week, we saw a lot of people from the county moving up this way because New Yorkers back their houses.
Right.
Okay. And then a third wave happened right around the holidays, and that happened because we heard that a lot of people were working from home, which is formerly working in the city. The New York City deemed that they still had to pay city rate tax.
Yeah.
And state rate tax.
Yeah.
Because they had their own in New York, but what happened at the all in New York City said, well, we don't need 12 floors, we'll do 2 floors, we're giving up our leases on these 10, so we no longer have a place for our employees to work. They're permanently working from home.
Right.
Then that happened that it had tax and New York state tax.
Yeah.
And then that wave came after, now they could live anywhere, or maybe go to once a month or so.
Yeah.
And the wave now, I don't know who it is, but there are no houses.
I know. It's crazy. Crazy. Yeah. And like I said, I've only got 7 guys. Picking the worst possible.
Yeah.
One of them was just getting to the market. I'm like, you're gonna get screwed. Can you wait? 2 months, 4 months. Maybe I'll get first.
It will, I think it's definitely gonna cool off. But I don't think, we're definitely gonna, but I may go down, I think you can down where they were, last year at this time.
Right.
So I actually have these posts about this, and it's really a function of
Thank you.
being a seasonal property. And unfortunately, this is going to be comparable to the seasonal property, them to show us. But that's not really a seasonal property. Seasonal property. Well, you can't say it's not bad. So it is seasonal. It's very minimal. Designer.
Well, it's,
So that's still overnight.
it's seasonal in the sense that you can't have a lot of
for heat.
They don't have heat. But they don't. Yeah, we don't, unfortunately, have a terrible. Know whether or not this is reasonable, but, I think we should. See what you could do about that before making that decision, because, I don't know if you're on the side. So
So what do we do with
I
files
figure out how
on
this
the
past
things that
year
clear?
was similar to
What do I do with the files on the clear? You know,
that took the
yeah,
job.
yeah.
But
I'm with the rest of the- okay.
Where the hell is Louis? That's the problem, you send a mix shit up. Stuff up.
I didn't hear it though.
I know, but that.
It probably translated as,
Yeah.
anybody.
Um,
It's not fancy, it's still working. It was like so much. Maybe it's the delete out.
25, 28.
Yeah.
Twenty-
That's just
20
the
or-
basic cost for it, the value. Then, the value of land is actually whether or not. You
Mhm.
stay weekend somewhere, more valuable.
Okay. Want to adjourn?
Yeah.
Yep.
Motion for adjournment?
I make a motion. Make a decision.
Second? All in favor? Aye. Okay.
Okay, so
Now we need to adjourn.
And we're adjourned. Okay, now.
Yes,
Good night.
that's not working.
No,
Oh, I'll do it.
just a minute.
the remaining, okay.
Stupid thing.
Go. What's your password, Bill?
Oh, that's great. It's, capital B and sign A 2021.
Capital B.
Yeah.
And sign.
Yeah.
A
A.
2021.
Yeah.
It's not a capital A, right?
Nope.
Oh, that's not the inside, it's the at sign. B at A 21. B.
Unless they're looking for. What's got my name?
Were we supposed to do the admin or were you?
That's my password.
Let's see.
Oh, sorry.
B, A, 20. Nope.
Maybe it's under.
Is it the question marks too?
Yes.
We can't do that though, because we can't get in.
Let me double check this.
I think it's the question marks, Bill.
Yeah?
Yeah. Hold on. There we go. Still.
It is the question mark?
Yeah, it was the question marks. The touchpad is shut off, and I don't know why.
Oh. Even that won't work. Huh?
No, I can't. I can move the cursor,
Oh.
but I can't click. If I had a mouse, I could.
Oh, the rainbow.
Yeah, you can do that, but you can't click on it. Yes. Okay. When I tried to turn the touchpad on, it asked me for a password. It was really screwed up.
That by administrator.